If you're just joining the live stream, Maumee is running late. The bus has not arrived yet. As soon as I have an update, I will pass it along. If you can hear me, if somebody could put something in the comments, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are just joining the live stream, we are still waiting for Maumee to arrive. On the live stream, you can see the boys and girls starting to warm up. If I can get somebody to give me a mic check and let me know that this is loud enough, I'd appreciate it. If you can mention something in the chat. Just another reminder that the Maumee team is running late. I do not currently have an ETA for them. As soon as I get one, I'll let you guys know. Again, if I can get somebody in the chat just to check the mic levels and let me know if this is loud enough, I would appreciate it. Thank you. It looks like the Maumee team has just arrived. I will have to look into why it's not allowing the chat requests, but I thank you for letting me know that the audio is working. So I'm going to go on mute just for a little bit while the kids from Maumee get set up and they get warmed up, and then we'll be back. All right. Welcome to Wildcat Varsity Bowling for 2021. Tonight's match will be between Napoleon's Wildcats and the team from Maumee. As I said earlier, if you weren't with us, the Maumee does not have a girls' team. So the girls will be bowling the boy JV team tonight. It will not count against the schedule. However, the boys' match is a conference match. For those of you that joined us for the state kickoff tournament this past weekend, we had some issues with the internet connection as usual. However, we're able to record the matches in their entirety, and those are now up online on the YouTube channel. All right, so for Napoleon boys, stepping up on lane number 3, we've got Riley Ehlers, and over on lane number 1, Michael Gallagher. Michael gets 9, leaves 10 pin. And Riley starts things out with a strike. We will be switching over to the girls in a little bit. However, we probably will focus most of the time on the boys. Michael on lane 1 with his spare attempt. Picks that up. We've got Ashton Kiesling on lane number 3. He ends up getting 8, leaving the 210. We've got Preston Miller now up for Napoleon on lane number 1. And Preston gets a strike. Nice looking ball. Maumee is trying to convert spares on lanes 2 and 4. And neither one is successful. Ashton with his spare attempt now. And he picks up 1 and gets the 2 pin. Maumee's 5th bowler up on lane number 4 now. He hits a little bit light. Maumee's 2nd bowler leaves 2. Now we've got Jacob Hall up on lane number 3 for Napoleon. And he starts with a nasty split, leaving the 7-10. He'll try to get at least one of these. Maumee on lane 4 to pick up a spare. Gets 2 out of the 3. Jacob now, spare attempt. Picks up the 10-pin, gets 1. That brings Riley up on lane number 4. Maumee gets 9 down on lane number 2, leaving the 5-pin. Riley, it's just a little bit light, gets 8, ends up leaving the 2-5. Should be a makeable spare. Maumee's 4th bowler gets a strike over on lane number 3. Spare attempt from Maumee on lane number 2 is successful. Riley now with his spare attempt coming up on lane number 4. And he's got that one. Maumee picks up 3 out of the 4 for their spare down on lane number 1. That'll bring up Ashton now on lane number 4. Ashton's 2nd frame. Leaves the 10-pin. That was a good-looking ball. Maumee now, lane number 3. And he hits heavy, leaves the 6-10. Ashton, spare attempt. And he gives it a nudge, picks it up. Looks like they're having issues with lane number 2. Hopefully that will be remedied momentarily. Maumee picks up the 6-pin, but can't pick up the 10 to convert. Jacob up now in lane number 4. And Jacob almost left the 7-10 again. This time the 7 goes down, leaving just the 10. Riley up now in lane number 3 for Napoleon. And he leaves the 10-pin. Jacob now, spare attempt. He picks that one up easily. And looks like they're still working on lane number 2. Riley now, spare attempt, lane number 3. Picks that one up. All right, we got Maumee now, their 4th bowler, up for his 3rd frame. Crosses over the head pin, ends up leaving the 6-pin. I'm sorry, that's the 3-pin. Ashton now, lane number 3, ends up leaving the 4-pin. All right, Maumee with their spare attempt, lane number 4, swings it wide to the right. Ashton now, his spare attempt. This to close out his 3rd frame. And he picks that up. Maumee's fifth bowler now, lane number 4, to start his third frame. And he leaves the 10 pin. Jacob now for Napoleon, lane number 3. Hits a little bit light. Tries to knock down the 2 pin, but it won't go. He leaves the 210. Maumee picks up their 10 pin for a spare. Looks like Jacob's going to try to pick up this 210. He's going to have to hit on the left side of the 2 and slide it back into the 10. Difficult little shot here, especially for a right-hander. And he picks up just the 1. Brings Riley up now in lane number 4. Riley hitting just a touch light, ends up leaving the 4 pin. Well, we still got lane 2 down, so we'll switch over to the girls' action for a little bit. All right, we've got one of our new bowlers, freshman Sophia Coors, up on lane number 6. Good ball. Picks up 8, ends up leaving the 3-9. That must have been her second ball. Coming up for Napoleon next on lane number 6 will be Carly Hohenbrink. Carly puts it down, gets 9, leaves the 5 pin. Now we've got Ella Fox over on lane number 8. And she gets them all to fall for a strike. Now we've got Spencer Schweiger up on lane number 8. Carly's up for her spare attempt. Spencer's ball goes down, knocks all the pins down. That's a strike for her. Carly picks up her spare. We've got our other new bowler this year, Ashlyn Highfield, over on lane number 5. She comes in just a little bit light, ends up leaving the 1-2-10. And the Maumee bowler on lane number 6 picks up 7, leaves the 1-2-4. Ashlyn now, spare attempt. Again, needs to hit to the left. She ends up pulling that one just a little bit. Won't pick up any more. Maumee's bowler on lane number 7 looking to pick up his spare. And he pushes that one out to the right. The other Maumee bowler, spare attempt on lane number 6, and he picks that up. Nice spare there for him. Sophia's up now, lane number 5. And Sophia gets a strike. Nice ball from Sophia. Well, I guess we won't be bringing you the boys' match. I will continue to announce it. Evidently, they were having issues with lane number 2, and they're going to have to move down to lanes 9, 10, 11, and 12, where we don't have cameras. So I guess we'll focus on the girls' match from here on out. I will be, however, updating you with scores as I get them. Maumee with their spare attempt left the 3-10, picks up the 3. Oh, it looks like we're only going to move one set of boys. So we'll have one set of boys on lanes 3 and 4, and the other set of boys down here on maybe 9 and 10. We might be able to pick them up with the girls' camera. So we'll just have to be switching back and forth here. Ella picks up 7 on her first ball, ends up leaving the 2-4-5. Ashlyn now in lane number 6, comes in a little light, ends up leaving the 1-2-4-8. Ella's spare attempt now. And she gets 2 out of the 3. Jacob now up on lane number 3. And he hits a little light. He ends up leaving the 2-4-10. You'll be able to pick out lane number 3 on the far left of your screen. Spencer gets 8, leaving the 6-10. Got Sophia up now in lane number 6. She gets 5, leaves the 1-3-5-8-9, it looks like. Spencer picks up 1 on her spare attempt. Sophia now with her spare attempt. And she picks that up. That's 2 marks in a row for Sophia. All right, Preston had a strike down on lane number 10. We've got Carly now, lane number 6, picks up a strike. Maumee down on lane number 3 had a Greek church left. The 4-6-7-9-10 ends up picking up 1. Ashton gets 9 on his first ball down on lane number 4. Ella's up on lane number 8 for the girls. She comes in light, leaves the washout 1-2-4-10. Ashlyn looks like 6, leaves the 1-2-4-8. Maumee misses their spare attempt on lane 9, and the JV boys for Maumee miss theirs on lane 7. Ella, spare attempt, and she'll pick up 3 out of the 4. Ashlyn now on lane number 5 with her spare attempt, and she pulls that one. Now we got Jacob up on lane number 4 for the boys. Looks like it came in a little bit light. Ends up leaving the 2-4-5. Spencer with a strike on lane number 8. Michael Gallagher got 9 on his first ball of the 3rd frame and leaves the 10 pin. His spare attempt upcoming. And he picks up the 10 pin. Sophia gets 9 on lane number 5. Looks like maybe the 6 pin back there. Preston now up on lane number 9. He hits light, gets 8, leaves the 1-2. Sophia now for her spare attempt. And she leaves that a little bit to the left. Won't pick up that pin. Preston now up on lane number 9. His spare attempt. He picks that up. Then we've got Michael Gallagher next door on lane number 10. That one looked like it stuck to his thumb a little bit. He ends up getting 8, leaving the 4-7. Ashlyn loses that one off to the right. We've got Jacob up now on lane number 3. That one hits heavy, ends up leaving the 6-10. Michael picks up his spare down on lane number 10. Maumee gets 9 on lane number 9. Jacob now, his spare attempt. He picks that up. Preston up lane number 10. Preston gets 9, leaving the 7 pin. Ashlyn picks up about 6, it looks like, on her second ball. Maumee with 9 down on lane number 4, leaving the 10 pin. Spare attempt or a spare conversion for Maumee down on lane number 9. Sophia now up on lane number 6. This is their 8th frame. She ends up pulling that one. Ella up now on lane number 7. Looked like a good ball. Gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Maumee converts her 10 pin down on lane number 4. One of Maumee's JV bowlers gets a strike on lane number 5. Maumee's other JV bowler gets 9, leaving the, looks like the 4 pin. Nope, it's 2 pin. Sophia now, second ball. Picks up about 6. Ella with her spare attempt on lane 7. Picks that up. Riley now over on lane number 4. Nice looking ball, leaves the 10 pin. Ashlyn, lane number 5 for the girls. Loses that one to the right. Spencer now, lane number 7. Hits a little bit light. Ends up leaving the 1-2-4-8. Carly now, lane number 6 for the girls. Ends up getting 8. Ends up leaving the 2-5. Maumee with a strike for the boys down on lane number 10. Riley now, spare attempt coming up on lane number 4. And Riley picks up a spare. That would be their 8th frame. Ashton's 8th frame coming up. Carly picks up the spare. That would finish out Carly's 8th frame. Sophia's up to bowl her 9th frame. We've got Michael Gallagher now in lane number 9 for the varsity boys for Napoleon. And a strike for Michael. Ella coming up for the girls on lane number 8. And she gets 6. Leaves the 2, 4, 5, and 7. Preston with a strike for the varsity boys down on lane number 9. Sophia's second ball, 9th frame on lane number 5. Picks up 2 or 3, 2. Jacob now, lane number 4. Again, comes in a little bit light, leaves the bucket with 2.458. Ella picks up 2 out of the 4. Carly with a strike down on lane number 5. Jacob, spare attempt. Ends up getting 3 out of the 4. Michael with a strike for his 6th frame on lane number 10. Riley now picks up his spare over on lane number 3. That's his 9th frame. Preston now for the varsity boys coming up on lane number 10. And he ends up with a strike. Nice ball from Preston. And a strike from Ashton. That's his 9th frame over on lane number 3. Spencer with a strike on lane number 8. I'm sorry, not lane number 8. Frame number 8 on lane number, I believe, 7. We've got Ashlyn up for the girls on lane number 6 now. Oh, that one looks like it stuck to her thumb. Maumee can't convert their spare down on lane number 9. Maumee misses their spare attempt on lane number 4 as well. Ashlyn's 2nd attempt here on lane number 6. She steps back and focuses. Looks like they're putting Mason in to finish out Jacob's game for the first one. Mason in to bowl the 9th frame. And a strike for Mason. That's Mason Melia. Maumee picks up their spare on lane number 4. We've got Michael Gallagher up now on lane number 9. This is his 7th frame. And a nice ball from Michael for a strike. We've got Sophia up for the girls on lane number 6. Sophia ends up picking up 1. Preston with a strike down on lane number 9. Both Michael and Preston have 3 in a row, 5th, 6th, and 7th frames. Riley now up for Napoleon on lane number 4. Good looking ball for Riley for a strike. Sophia now, lane number 6, spare attempt. And she looks like she picks up 5 more for a total of 6. Carly with a strike over on lane number 6. That was the first ball in the 10th frame for her. Maumee picks up a spare on lane number 3. Riley's got 2 strikes in the 10th. And he picks up 9. He'll finish with a 201. Ashton now, lane number 4, his 10th frame. Hits a little bit light. So Sophia finished with, or I'm sorry, Ashlyn finished with a 60. Sophia finished with an 86. Carly finished with a 212. Maumee JV picks up their spare lane number 8. Ashton, last ball in the 10th, gets a strike. He'll finish with a 185. Ella's up on lane number 7 with a strike. That's for her 9th frame. Spencer now, lane number 7. She picks up 8, ends up leaving the 4-7. Mason with a strike to start his 10th frame. Spencer now, spare attempt, picks it up. She'll get one more in the 10th. Or I'm sorry, that was the 9th frame. Never mind. She won't get another one yet. Maumee with a strike down on lane number 3. Let's see, Maumee closes out their 4th bowler with a 114 and their 5th bowler with a 156. Mason with another strike. That's 3 in a row now. Maumee picking up 1 out of 2 on lane number 8 for their JV team. Maumee's JV bowler on lane number 7. Picks up 6, leaves the washout. The 1-2-4-10. Mason, final ball, 10th frame. And Mason gets another 9. So combined, Jacob and Mason finished with a 166 in the first game. Ella with a strike to start the 10th frame. Ella with another strike in the second ball on 10th. Preston had 9 on his first ball in the ninth, or in the ninth frame, leaving the 10 pin. And he picks up his spare. Ella's final ball, 10th frame. And another strike. That's 3 in a row there, or actually 4 in a row for Ella to finish out the game with a 180. Spencer with a strike to start the 10th frame. Spencer gets 9 on her second ball. And Spencer picks up her spare, and she'll finish with a 175. Maumee picks up their spare on lane number 9. He'll get one more ball. That's his 10th frame. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think he just finished up his 9th frame. Nope, I was wrong. I was right the first time. So Michael is up with his 10th frame. Starts out with a strike. That's now at least 4 in a row for him. And a strike for Maumee on lane number 9 to finish things out. He ends up with a 153. Alice starts the second game with a 9 count, leaving the 10 pin. Ashlyn up for the girls. Nice ball from Ashlyn, gets the strike. Maumee gets 8, leaving the 6-10. Michael got 9 on his second ball, picks up the spare. He finishes with a nice game of 247. Preston's up on lane number 10 for the boys. Sophia up for the girls on lane number 6. Preston gets 9. The 10 is wiggling, but it won't go down. Sophia gets 8. She ends up leaving the 3-9. Maumee's second bowler ends with a score of 121. And Preston picks up his spare. He'll get one more ball. Spencer got a strike over on lane number 8 just a moment ago. Sophia now spare attempt. Preston with his last ball in the 10th. Looks like a good ball from Sophia, and she gets it to fall. Preston, he gets the strike, and Preston finishes with a nice game of 224. And Maumee's third bowler finished with a score of 164. Waiting for the official totals here. Carly picks up her spare on lane number 6. Ashlyn up now for the girls on lane number 5. And looks like we've moved things around again. The boys are back down on, or maybe not. No, I think it's going to stay the same. All right, so for the boys, for Napoleon, I have a score of a total of 1023. That was Riley Ehlers with a 201, Michael Gallagher with a 247, Ashton Kiesling with a 185, Preston Miller with a 224, and a combined of 166 for Mason and Jacob. And Maumee had a total of 708. Ella got 9 on her first ball, lane 7, picks up the spare. Sophia picks up about 4. Oh, make that 5. Spencer with a strike in the first frame of the second game. Comes up for her first ball in the second frame. She gets a strike. That's back-to-back strikes for her. Still waiting to get confirmation from the girls' scores. Unofficially, I have the girls ahead 713 to 640. All right, Carly up on lane number 5. And she gets 9, leaves the 4-pin. Mason up on lane number 4. He gets 9, can't get the 7 to fall. Carly, spare attempt here. Up for Napoleon on lane number 9 is newcomer Owen Philpott. Owen got 9 on his first ball. Just misses the spare. Looks like Owen's in for Preston, maybe. Ella with 7 on her first ball, lane number 8. All right, so Got the official scores for the girls. Napoleon girls 713. Again, Sophia with an 86. Ashlyn with a 60. Ella with a 180. Spencer with a 175. And Carly with a 212. And Maumee's JV team with 640. So Spencer with another strike. Ella did pick up her spare a moment ago. Ashton picks up his spare over on lane number 4. Looks like Jacob's back in the 5th bowler spot, so Mason is slipped into the number 3 spot. And a spare for Sophia down on lane number 6. Now Preston is bowling, so it looks like maybe Michael Gallagher is out. Preston with an unlucky break leaves the 5-7-10. Jacob picks up his spare on lane number 4. Ella with a strike on lane number 7. Preston picks up 2. That's about all you can do with that lead. Spencer with 8. Left the 3-6. Ella with another strike in the 5th frame. That would be on lane number 8. Now Spencer's up on lane number 8. We've got Owen up now on lane number 9. Or, I'm sorry, lane number 10. Spencer gets 9, leaving the 10 pin. Owen with a strike. Jacob down on lane number 3. Ooh, he ends up leaving the 4, 6, 7, 10. Spencer now, spare attempt. And she misses that one to the left. Maumee's JV picks up their spare on lane number 6. Jacob looking to get at least 2 here. That's what he does. Sophia got 5 on her first ball. Here's her spare attempt down on lane number 5. Oh, she just misses it. Picks up another 4. Can't get the 7. Can't get the pin to tap the 7. Nice ball from Ashlyn on lane number 6. Unfortunately, leaves a split, the 5-7. Carly up now on lane number 5. Carly gets 9, 10 pins still standing. Mason up now, lane number 4. Ashlyn's spare attempt. Misses to the right. Mason gets 9, leaving the 6 pin, or the 4 pin. Carly, spare attempt. Leaves that one inside. Can't pick it up. Preston now, lane number 9. This will be his 4th frame. Sophia for the girls coming up on her 5th frame. Preston with a nice ball for a strike. Sophia's ball now. And that picks up, looks like 3. Mason, spare attempt. He's got it. Owen now up on lane number 9. Nice strike for him. Ashton Kiesling up on lane number 4. He picks up 7. Ends up leaving the 2-4-5. Sophia gets 9 over on lane number 6. That was her second ball. I'm sorry. Picks up an additional 6 for a total of 9. Ella with 3 straight strikes in a row on lane number 7. Just finished. Carly up on lane number 6 now. Spencer coming up on lane number 7. Carly pulls that one a little bit. Ends up getting 9, leaving the 5-pin. Spencer on lane 7. She pulls that one a little bit. Ends up getting 9, leaving the 6-pin. Jacob up now in lane number 4. Nice ball from Jacob for a strike. Carly picks up her spare. Spencer now, her attempt. And she misses that just to the right. Brings Ella up now on lane number 8 for the Napoleon girls. Waiting for the lane next to her to clear. Ella's 7th frame, second game. That hit just a little bit heavy. Ends up leaving the 4-pin. We got Mason now down on lane number 3. And a strike for Mason. Ashlyn now up on lane number 5 for the girls. And she can't get the 10-pin to fall. That's 9 for her. Ella takes out the pesky 4-pin for a spare. Ashton leaves the 7, gets 9 on his first ball. That would be, looks like the 4th frame, second game. Maumee's JV team picks up a spare on lane 7. Owen now on lane number 10 for Napoleon. Gets him to fall for a strike. Ashton cleans up his spare. Sophia up now, lane number 5. Spencer picks up her spare over on lane number 8. Sophia picks up about 3 pins. Nope, make that 4 pins. Jacob gets 9, leaving a 4-pin. Preston now, lane number 9. Nice ball for a strike for him. That's his 6th frame. Maumee with a strike on lane number 7 for the JV team. Mason with a strike over on lane number 4. Start the 5th frame. Sophia, spare attempt, and she's got it. Ella now, lane number 7, and there's a strike for her. Ashton up, lane number 4 for the boys. And he ends up leaving the 4-9. Carly on lane number 5. She gets a strike. Spencer on lane number 7. Gets 9, leaves the 9 pin. And Owen picks up his spare over on lane number 9. Ashlyn picks up 6 on lane number 6 for the girls. Spencer's spare attempt coming. Ashton's spare attempt on lane number 4 picks up 1. Spencer picks up her spare on lane number 7. Maumee's JV team picks up 8, leaving the 210 on lane number 5. Jacob now, lane number 4. Ooh, he leaves the 4-9. Ashlyn picks up 2 additional pins on lane number 6. Preston now down on lane number 10. Ooh, he leaves the 4-10 split. Sophia up on lane number 6. Jacob, spare attempt. He goes right between them. Won't pick up any additional pins. And a split for Sophia, leaving the 6-7-10. Ella's up to start the 9th frame on lane number 8. Preston first. Misses both pins. Ella's gets the 10 pin to fall, gets the strike. That's her 9th frame. Mason down on lane number 3. Oh, I thought that was going to get tapped, but he gets 9. Leaves the 3 pin. Carly now, lane number 6. Oh, that was a nice ball from Carly, but leaves the 8-10 split. Spencer with a strike over on lane number 8. Owen picks up his spare over on lane number 10. That brings up Preston. And a strike from Preston. Ashlyn for the girls on lane number 5 picks up 8, leaving the 3-9 behind. Carly picks up just 1 on lane number 6. Owen now on lane number 9 for Napoleon. Ashton down on lane number 3. Owen gets 8, leaving the 4-7. Ashton leaving the 3-10 split. Sophia's up now. This is her 8th frame, I'm sorry. Ashton on 3-10 split picks up the 3, picks up 1. Sophia with a strike on lane number 5. Nice ball from Sophia. Owen misses his spare down on lane number 9. Ella getting ready to bowl on lane number 7. Carly getting ready to bowl on lane number 5. And we got Riley Ehlers down on lane number 3. There's 9 for Ella, leaving the 10 pin. Carly gets 9. 9 pin won't fall. Riley got 8, leaving the 4-7. Riley picks up his spare. Ella picked up her spare. She gets one more. It's her 10th frame. Carly picks up her spare. That was her 8th frame. Ashlyn now on lane number 6. A good-looking ball. Gets 9, leaves the 10-pin. Mason got 9 on his first attempt. Left the 10-pin. Can't pick it up. Ella with a strike to finish with a 214 in the second game. Spencer now lane number 7. And she gets 9, leaves the 4-pin. Ashton on lane number 4 for the boys picks up 8, leaving the 6-10. And Ashlyn for the girls picks up the 10-pin on lane number 6. That's her 9th frame. Spencer won't convert. Ashton can't convert. I'm not sure if he got that one or if it came out of the gutter. Sophia gets, looks like 4. Leaves the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9, it looks like. Preston now up on lane number 10. Picks up his spare. That's his 9th frame. Sophia's 9th frame, lane number 6. That's a good-looking ball. Oh, gets 5 out of the 6. Owen now down on lane number 10. And he'll leave the 2, 4, 5. Carly up now on lane number 6. Carly gets the strike. Maumee JV on the lanes 7 and 8 finished with a 136 for bowler 3, a 116 for bowler 4, and 114 for bowler 5. Spencer finished with a 182. Preston starts his 10th frame down on lane number 9. Ashlyn up on lane number 5. And she gets a strike on her second ball, so that's a spare. Riley gets an 8, leaving the 4-8. Maumee's JV boys pick up the spare on lane number 6. Ashlyn's last ball. And she gets a strike for her last ball, finishing with a 112. Riley picked up 1 of his 2 pins on his spare attempt. Sophia over on lane 5 gets 9, leaving just the 8 pin behind. Mason to start 10th frame gets 9, can't get the 10 pin to fall. Preston finishes with a 172. It brings up Owen. Owen gets a strike for his first ball. Sophia, spare attempt. Looks good, got it. She'll get 1 more in the 10th. Mason's spare attempt picks that up. Owen now, his second ball of the 10th. And he gets them all to fall for a strike. Nice ball. Maumee's first bowler for the boys finishes with a 184. And Sophia picks up 7 additional pins for a 122. Owen's last ball, 10th frame, gets 9, and he finishes with a nice 212. Carly's up. She's got a strike working in the 9th. And she gets the strike. Riley's up. This is his 8th frame. And he gets 9, leaving the 2-pin. Carly, second ball, 10th frame. Another strike for Carly. Maumee's second bowler will finish with a 151. Riley picks up his spare. That finishes out the 8th frame for Napoleon. Mason's up for the 9th frame. Maumee over on 9 and 10 is completing his 10th frame. He got 9 on his first ball. Looks like the 2-pin left. Carly's last ball, and she gets 9, and she'll finish with a 194. Mason now, 9th frame. He gets 8. All right, I have an unofficial score for the girls in the second game of 824, and for the JV boys, 614. Again, these are unofficial. And Maumee's final bowler over on lane number 10 will finish with a 191. Mason picked up his spare. He'll get one more. It looks like they're putting Michael in for the... Oh. I'm sorry, that was the 9th frame. So Michael's up next. Michael gets 8, leaving the 4-9 split. Michael can't pick up any additional. Brings up Riley for his 9th frame. Riley gets a strike. All right, so I have Napoleon with 824 and, yep, Maumee with 614. Test. Okay. Mason starts out the 10th frame with 8. Sophia starts the girls off in the Bakers with a 7 count. Ends up leaving the 4-7-10 split. Maumee gets 8 over on lane 4 to start the 10th frame. And this is in the second game. Sophia won't pick up any additional pin count. Maumee had started with 3, but picks up the spare. Ashlyn gets 7, leaving the 2-4-5. Maumee picks up their spare. They'll get one more ball in the 10th. Mason with his final ball in the 10th frame. And that's a strike for Mason. And he finishes with a 191. Spencer up, 3rd frame. And a strike for Spencer. And a strike for Michael Gallagher to start the 10th frame. Maumee gets 9 open in the 2nd frame. Carly up in the number 4 slot. And she gets 9, leaving the 6th pin. Michael with another strike in the 10th. Maumee getting 8, leaving the 6-10 in the 3rd of the first Baker game. Carly picks up her spare. Maumee finished with a 148 for their 4th bowler. Michael closes out with 3 straight strikes for 155. Ella up now in the anchor spot for the girls. And she gets 8, leaving the 6-10. Riley gets 9, leaving the 10 pin. Maumee got a strike on their first ball in the 10th. Leaves the 8 pin on the 2nd. Riley, spare attempt. Ella picks up the spare. Maumee, final ball. Picks up the spare. He finishes with a 193 on his. Riley's last ball. That's a 9, leaves the 10 pin. And Riley finishes with a 146. Sophia's up for the girls. She got 8 on her first ball, left the 2-8. She picks up 1. Ashlyn up for the girls. Pushes that one out to the right. All right, I have a total of 876 for the Napoleon boys and a total of 867 for the Maumee boys. So I have Napoleon leading the boys match right now, 1899 to 1575. And for the girls are leading the JV boys, 1537 to 1254. Napoleon boys start out with a 9 in their first frame. Looks like Jacob's bowling lead off. He gets the spare. Maumee JV team picks up the spare in the 7th frame. Carly's got the 10 pin left. She picks that up. That'll bring up Ella to close out the first Baker game. Owen got 9, leaves the 10 pin down on lane number 3. Maumee's JV team got 5 on their first ball. Ella gets 9, leaving the 5 pin on her first ball in the 10th. Owen's spare attempt underway. Picks it up. Maumee opened the first frame for the varsity team. Their JV team, spare attempt underway. Picks that up. Ella, spare attempt. Ella picks up her spare. Ella gets 9 on her final ball. And the first Baker game for the girls is 150. Riley with a strike. That's back-to-back strikes for Napoleon on the varsity boys side. JV boys for Maumee are coming into the 10th frame. Maumee's varsity pushes that one to the right. Michael Gallagher gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Strike for the JV boys to start the 10th frame. And that's 9 in the 3rd frame for Maumee. Michael picked up his spare. That'll bring Jacob back up. Jacob with a strike in the 3rd frame, or I'm sorry, on lane number 3 to start the 6th frame. Maumee will finish with a 135 for their first Baker game. The girls in the JV will switch lanes. Looks like Owen is up for Napoleon. He got 7 on his first ball. Oh, and he loses it just to the right. Maumee varsity picks up the spare in the 5th frame. Sophia getting ready to start off the Napoleon girls on lane number 8 now. This is the 2nd Baker game. And she looks like she gets 3. Maumee's JV gets 8, lead the 5-9. Maumee's varsity leaves the 4-10 split. Riley's up next, it looks like, for Napoleon. This is the 9th frame for Napoleon, and he puts a strike up there for him. Sophia's spare attempt underway, and she pushes that one to the left. Maumee picks up their spare for the JV. The varsity misses both. That'll bring up Michael Gallagher to close out the 10th. And he starts out with a strike. Ashlyn picks up 7, leaving the 1-2-4. Maumee varsity, 7th frame, gets 9, leaving the 4-pin. Michael gets 8, leaving the 4-7. Boys JV for Maumee ends up getting 7, leaving the 6-7-10. Ashlyn's spare attempt. She gets 2. Up Ella in the number 3 spot. Maumee's varsity boys pick up their spare. Michael picks up 1 out of the 2. It wraps around the 4 wraps around the 7. They finish with a 209. Ella with a strike for the girls on lane number 8. Maumee's JV boys leave a 6 pin. Carly's up. She gets 8, leaving the 6-10. And Maumee's JV misses their spare attempt. Carly picks up 1. Brings up Spencer in the 5th frame. Maumee's last ball, varsity boys, picks up 2. They'll finish with a... Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the final frame. They're still only in the 8th frame. Pardon me. Spencer with a strike in the 5th frame. Sophia's up, 6th frame. And it looks like she gets 7. Leaves the 1-2-4. Maumee's varsity boys got 7, also leaving the 1-2-4. The JV team just picks up 9, leaving the 10 pin. Maumee's varsity picks up their spare in the 9th frame. And Sophia picks up her spare on the 6th frame. That'll bring up Ashlyn. Maumee's varsity boys start the 10th frame with a split. The scoreboard shows 8, but he only got 7. He's left the 6, 7, 10. And he gets 2. So the scoreboard shows 127, but I think it will end up being 126. Ashlyn gets 7 and 1 in the 7th frame. That'll bring up Ella. Ella up on lane number 8. Ends up getting 9, leaving the 5 pin. Ella's second ball picks up her spare. Napoleon starts out the second Baker game with a strike. Maumee's JV picks up their spare on lane 7. Carly's up on lane 8. Owen up for Napoleon on lane 4. Hits light, leaves the washout, the 1-2-4-10. Carly gets 9, leaving the 6 pin. Her spare attempt, picks that up. Owen got 6 on his first ball, and he picks up 3 of the 4. Oh, Maumee's JV team picks up their spare. Spencer leaving the split, 8-10 split to start the 10th frame. Maumee's JV picks up 7, leaving the 3-5-6. That's in their 9th frame. Maumee gets 7 over on lane number 3 for the varsity side, leaving the 2-4-5. Preston up now. He got 9 on his first ball. Picks up the remaining pin. And Napoleon will finish, the girls will finish the second Baker with a total of 131. Riley up now for the boys on lane number 4. And he gets 7, leaves the 3-6-10. Maumee's spare attempt upcoming. He gets 2 out of the 3. Maumee's JV team will start the 10th frame. Starts it with 9. Maumee's varsity team gets 9 in the 9th. I believe it's the 9th frame. Or no, I'm sorry, that's the 4th frame. Riley picks up his spare in the 4th frame. And Maumee JV team can't convert their spare. They'll finish with a 121. Ashton up for the boys on lane number 4. And that's a strike for Ashton. And Maumee varsity boys leave the 3-4-6-7-10 split. Jacob with a nice strike for the Napoleon boys team. That's for the 6th frame. Sophia beginning the 3rd Baker game now for Napoleon. Starts out with 9, leaving the 4 pin. Maumee picks up an additional 3 pins for the varsity. Owen picks up 9, leaving the 10 pin. Sophia's up for her spare attempt. Maumee varsity, 6th frame, picks up 8, leaving the 6-10. And Sophia converts her spare. Owen misses his 10 pin. That's the 7th frame for Napoleon in the 2nd Baker game. Ashlyn up now for the girls. And looks like 7, leaving the 1-2-9. Maumee varsity team picks up their spare on frame number 6. Preston up now on lane number 4, gets them all to go down for a strike. Ashlyn's spare attempt. And she picks that up. Nicely done. Maumee now, their 7th frame, working on a spare. Gets some ball to fall for a strike. Riley up on lane 4, hits light, leaves the 1-2-10. Ella now up for the girls on lane 7. And she gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. And another strike for Maumee down there on lane number 3. That's back-to-back strikes for them. Maumee's JV team can't convert their spare in the 2nd frame. Ella now, 10-pin conversion. Got it. Maumee with 9, leaving the 7-pin. Brings up Ashton. This will be the 10th frame for Napoleon boys in the 2nd Baker game. Spencer up, lane number 7. This is frame number 4. And she ends up leaving the 6 pin. Ashton ends up getting 9, leaving the 10 pin. Maumee picks up, JV picks up 1. Spencer converts her spare. This will bring up Carly in the anchor spot now. Ashton's spare attempt, picks it up. He'll get 1 more in the 10th. Maumee's got a spare in the 9th going into the 10th frame. Maumee varsity gets a strike to start out the 10th frame. Ashton now, final ball. Carly got 8 on her first ball, leaving the 4-7. And Ashton picks up 7 more, leaving the 4-6-7 behind. And they finish with a total of 167 in the Baker game, 2nd Baker game. Carly picks up the spare. Maumee's JV team picks up a spare in the 5th frame. Brings Sophia back up for the girls in the 7th, or on lane 7 for the 6th frame. Crosses over, but gets 7, leaving the 1-2-8 behind. And Maumee boys, varsity boys, finish with a total of 163. Sophia picks up the spare. Nicely done. All right, so 209 is the Baker's total for the boys in the first game, 167 in the second. For Maumee, it was 126 and 163. Ashlyn gets 8 on her first ball, leaving the 4-7 behind.
Come on! Yes!
Ashton missed her spare. We've got Owen up for the boys. He got 9 on his first ball, left the 7 pin. Ella up now in the 8th frame for the girls. Owen can't convert. Ella gets 7, leaving the 2-4-5. Maumee's JV team with a strike in the 8th frame. Ella picks up her spare in the 8th frame. This is the girls' 3rd and final Baker game. I have them ahead 18-18 to 15-10 right now. So about a 300 pin lead. Maumee JV team picks up 8, leaves the 6-10. Spencer up now. She gets the strike in the 9th frame. Maumee gets a strike in the... That's back-to-back strikes for them in the first 2 frames. Looks like Mason left the 1-2-4-7 on his first attempt, but he picks up the spare. Carly, starting the 10th frame, ends up leaving the 3-10 little baby split. Maumee with another strike. That's 3 in a row now for them. That's Preston for the boys on lane number 4. Gets 6, leaving the 1, 2, 4, and 8. Carly with a nice spare there, picking up the 3-10. She'll get 1 more. Maumee JV starts 10th frame out with a strike. Preston now, spare attempt. Picks it up. Nicely done. And Carly will get 8 more, and the girls will finish with a 174. And 9 for Maumee's JV team. Ashton up now, 4th frame. And Maumee with 4 strikes in a row now. Ashton gets 6, leaving the bucket behind, the 2-4-5-8. And Maumee varsity boys get 9, leaving the 10 pin behind. Maumee's JV team finishes with 143. I have an unofficial score for the girls winning over the JV boys, 1992 to 1653. We're waiting for a 4-pin to get reset on lane number 4. Maumee picks up the spare. Right now I have a total of Napoleon boys over Maumee by this varsity, a score of 2275 to 1864. All right, and just to confirm, I have the official scores for the girls. It is 1992 to 1653. Napoleon had scores of 713 in the first game, 824 with Baker games of 150, 131, and 174. Maumee JV had games of 640 and 614 with Baker games of 135, 121, and 143. We're still working on getting the correct pin count set, or pins set up on lane number 4. And it looks like we've got all the pins out there now. Ashton with his spare attempt now, and he picks up 2 out of the 4. Maumee up, lane number 3. And he gets a strike. This looks like Riley. And he ends up getting a split, the 4-6. Maumee loses that one in the channel. Riley now picks up 1. That'll bring him back to the top of the order. Owen coming up. Maumee's spare attempt. Picks up 5. That one a little light from Owen. 1, 2, 4, 10 washout. Maumee gets 9, leaving the 4-pin behind. Owen now, spare attempt. Picks up 3 out of the 4. Maumee picks up their spare. Mason gets 9, leaves the 10-pin. Maumee gets 6, leaving behind the 1, 3, 6, or 1, 3, 5, 6. Mason picks up his spare. Maumee picks up their spare. Brings up Preston. Preston with a strike. That's the 8th frame for Napoleon. Maumee with a strike to start 10th frame. And that's 9 for Ashton, leaving the 10 pin. And another strike for Maumee. That's 2 in a row for them. Ashton picks up the spare in the 9th frame. That'll bring up Riley. Riley with another 4-6 split for the 10th frame. And Maumee finishes with 9 for a 214. Riley's last ball now. And he tried to convert it and missed it. And Napoleon finishes with a 133. So that will conclude today's match. I will put the scores up on the board here just momentarily. So even though Napoleon lost the third Baker, they won the match total 2408 to 2078. That's going to be unofficial at this time until we get the final score sheet. Napoleon girls were victorious over the JV boys from Maumee, 1992 to 1653. Just as a reminder, we do have another match, a home match coming up on Friday. I believe it's December 10th against Springfield, if I remember correctly. And provided that the team arrives on time, we'll get the live stream starting at 4 o'clock, just like normal. All right, so thanks for everybody joining us today. That's going to conclude the live stream. We'll confirm the scores here just real quick. Let's see. I've got 2408 for Napoleon and 2078 for Maumee. So, yep, my math is correct. So, again, everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us and supporting the channel. As always, it's my pleasure to do this for you. And we'll see you on Friday.